Our social welfare recipients, media partners, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you. I got carried away with the mention of 85,000 social welfare recipients. I was trying to categorize them. Let's hope if I can get that correct. Ladies and gentlemen, all in all, the Ministry of Women has 87,444 social welfare recipients. And our major programs are the Poverty Benefit Scheme, the Care and Protection Scheme, Disability Allowances, and of course our Social Pension Scheme. To break the figure down into numbers, we have 22,336 of our recipients under the Poverty Benefit Scheme. Care and protection is mostly given to those children and families and grandparents who take care of children. So we have, for care and protection, sorry I forgot, SPS, that's a social pension scheme that looks after elderlies over 65. We have 46,420, and disability we have close to 9,000. Just here, couple of figures here and there. I have to remember that. So you can see the importance the government places on the vulnerable, the weak, the disabled, and the elderly. We have something for each one of those categories. And now this scheme. And the previous speakers have, I think I've hijacked your speech as well, so I will read mine. So first of all, thank you for being here, and thank you for partnering with the government and the ministry, our corporate partners as well. And today we will see the handover of parametric microinsurance certificate as part of a joint project with the UN World Food Programme and the UN Capital Development Fund. And this was announced last year as part of the Pacific Insurance and Climate Adaptation Program, PCAP. Now this program is jointly administered by the UN Capital Development Fund and the UN University Institute of Environment and Human Security and the UN Development Program. And what this basically aims is to equip governments and communities in the Pacific, small island developing states, to help them address the growing impact of climate change. We need not talk about the impact of climate change here. We know, we experience that firsthand. When a cyclone affects us, cyclone, flood, drought, whatever, our vulnerable people are mostly affected. This is an added burden on them. Imagine a house being swept away by a category 5 cyclone. Most of us remember T.C. Winston. I'm sure you do. You may not have experienced the strength of T.C. Winston. You may have read about it. You may have heard about it. T.C. Winston created havoc in our country, 2016. And at that time, the ministry was taking the lead role in providing the vulnerable with the much support they needed. So, this is all about it. So the welfare recipients who are here today, I thank you for being here. I thank you for agreeing to be part of the trial project, and I'm sure it's going to be beneficial as we expand this program in future. So first of all, I'd like to thank the governments of New Zealand and Australia for providing funding support towards this important program. Ladies and gentlemen, we know Fiji and the Pacific are highly exposed to disaster and climate risk, and as mentioned, we rank 14th on the world risk and 10th on the climate risk index respectively. What it basically means that most of our people are affected when we are hit by a cyclone. Initially it used to be category 2, category 3, but recently we know we are prone to more disasters. The severity of cyclones is gaining control. The strength of the cyclones is gaining control. And category 5, T.C. Winston has showed us what it can do for a vulnerable economy like Fiji. We lost out 1/3 of the GDP. 22,000 or 23,000 homes were lost. Schools were damaged. But what did we do? The government came up with other ways of supporting. We had cash top-ups for our welfare recipients. We rebuilt schools to get 5 standards. And of course, we are still rebuilding. You would say that COVID, we are not only rebuilding from COVID, we still have projects that have not been completed after T.C. Winston. And then came Josie, Kenny, Gita, and Yasa. So you can see the impact the cyclones are going to have on us, not only now, but as we go along. So what happens? The cyclone not only destroys a home, it destroys the whole livelihood. So normally we know we have been hit in the night by the cyclone. So come the next morning, we all know what to see. Tins scattered here and there, house totally blown off the ground. People have lost clothes, food, security, everything. Children can't go to school. So we hope that this parametric insurance that we have engaged in with our partners is going to provide relief. So when the cyclone hits, in the next 3 or 4 days, we expect you to be assisted. Because sometimes the transportation routes are cut off. There's no communication channel. And our role is to provide quick and fast recovery for you. And I'm sure those recipients who have been trialed, and these are the ones that live in the path of the cyclone, they will definitely benefit from this. So it's all to do with emotions as well. We Pacific people are very emotional about this. We have NGOs, FBOs, CSOs, everybody. The next day they're on the road to help. And some people are far too rich because the bridges get washed away. The debris blocks the roads up. And we at the ministry believe that we are mandated to serve you, and that's why we've partnered with our agencies to see that you are provided with this cash assistance, right, in the shortest possible time. So I would say you are the lucky group of our welfare recipients. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the only insurance that covers our social welfare recipients. Last week you may have heard, 2 weeks ago in Parliament, we talked about another cover for all the 87,000 plus we have. They are also covered under our insurance scheme. The government pays the premium, you become the beneficiaries. That's great, isn't it? So in terms of fire, you are covered by fire, personal injury, funeral expenses and life. So we have another program. $20.1 million has been paid so far in terms of insurance premium. Even here, the premium is paid by us. Oh, you. So will you say yes? Yes. So you don't have to pay a single cent to be insured under this scheme. Isn't it great? Okay. So I would suggest our welfare recipients, let's put our hands together and thank our partners, because without them, you would not be benefiting. Right? Thank you very much. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 social welfare beneficiaries, and these beneficiaries are living in the high climate risk locations in Fiji, and today they will be presented with the parametric microinsurance certificate. So I will end my speech here. We thank and congratulate the World Food Programme Pacific and UN Capital Development Fund for making this happen. You have collaboratively embarked on a new beginning of hope and compassion, and on behalf of the Fijian government and our people, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'd also like to thank Digicel and Vodafone for providing phones each to the 10 insurance certificate recipients, and of course Fiji Care and Sun Insurance as underwriters of the product. As mentioned by Emma, we hope to take this to another level. We hope to expand this service to other social welfare recipients. This is a trial product, and I look forward for working with both of the organizations in future. And yes, I like to ask questions, because when it has something to do with my people, I need to know that they're getting the best of everything. So thank you once again, and God bless you, and enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you.